Say, all right, so first and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. We say double and say apostle and elect agreements on Arubal, our teachers, our apostles in truth, and we see salutations of the Akim, so they push you with no truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season or season, we say Shalom. And once again, good entire video here, and it's touching upon, some news, right? Or touching upon a situation that happened, I believe, is about maybe a week ago, right? And it goes into, it's a breaking news. A violent confrontation between two men in East Coast Damara community of Beirut has left both dead in what investigators believe stemmed from a dispute over a female. Multiple sources confirm that the incident occurred around 9 o'clock a.m. Saturday at a residence in the village. It said dead is a man known as Raccoon and another male whose identity has not yet been officially confirmed by authorities. Preliminary information suggests that the two men became involved in a heated argument, which quickly escalated into a knife fight. During the confrontation, both men reportedly inflicted stab wounds on each other. Residents say one of the injured men collapsed at the scene and the other fled on a motorcycle, but rode only a short distance before falling off and succumbing to his injuries. Police have since secured the area and commence a full investigation as they seek to establish the precise circumstances that led to the fatal encounter. Right? Um, so it actually came out, after this was posted, some other news came out that it was confirmed that they did fight over a female, right? They did fight over a woman, one of the guys that was her girlfriend. And basically the girl had what they would the news name it as an affair with the other guy, or we would call it as what, adultery, right? And obviously it had the confrontation, they and you see what was the outcome of this. Now they in some of the articles that were shared, they also shared the picture of the woman. Some of the families also mentioned that the story was true, that they did fought, that this confrontation came from them having that relationship, right, with the woman, right? And hey, this is outside here when they're dealing with these women. This is what is going. A lot of women, they boast about doing these things. They boast about, having this man, a car man, a money man, a blesser, somebody, a man to do the hair, and all this rest of stuff. And this is the kind of situations that has come out from it. When one man find out this other man doing with it, he may know who the person is, and so forth. And this what comes out that. That is why we continue to say to stay away from these women. So obviously, you have to deal with them. But hey, these particular wicked women, stay away from. You can literally tell, right? There was some of the stuff that I saw on some of the news. They were saying this woman is known to be this kind of person, right? So let's go to the scripture here. Let's go to the book of Sirach, right? Let's go to the book of Sirach, and let's go to Sirach chapter 25, and let's read from verse. Let's read from verse 22, right? Matter of fact, let me read from verse Sirach chapter 25, and let me read from verse 16. Right, so this is the book of Sirach chapter 25 verse 16. It say, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. So it goes to show that, hey, really and truly, you don't want to be dealing with these wicked women, right? Now, a lot of them, some of them, they know obviously how women be. They will come portraying that, they're good, but they're really wicked inside. And that is what the scriptures mention. Hey, you know what? Don't go by their beauty, right? Matter of fact, let me get that. Beauty. Right. Let me go to the book of Sirach chapter 9 verse 8, it says, turn away thine eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, for herewith love is kindled as a fire. So yeah, so behold not a woman with beauty. So as the scripture say, for many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman. So yeah, so plenty men they get catch with that. These women, they go put on the makeup, they go do the hair, and they look good. They look good. So I hear men make statements like, in work, you might be outside, you're hearing men making these statements like, yeah, she good to pay in house. But next thing you know, when they put her in house is something worse, as the scripture say, right? I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. So you push she in house, and she worse than a lion and a dragon. You understand? She a greater beast than them. There's some women come in your life, and your life may be going okay, and as she touched wrong, all of a sudden your door fall long, your car door was start, your fridge spoil, you know. Yeah, and it's a serious thing, because just like this situation here goes to show how easy it is. These women and these two men die fighting for this woman, and she gonna continue living what? An adulterous life. She's not going to stop. She's not going to stop. Right? Because again, this was just the news that came out, but one of the other stuff that I read was that one of the guys was with her, right? And she was having that adulterous relationship with the other guy, and it led to this, to two of them dying. And she the one that's she alive, obviously, as we just see in the Caribbean here, she go jump to another road, she gonna jump on another man road, and that is what she gonna do, right? The two men dead. What if she gonna do? If she gonna cry forever? No, this woman wicked. So they just going to do what? They go and jump to another man, and so forth and so on. She will continue living that adulterous lifestyle that she continued to live. So as many other women, I was just reading something. Matter of fact, let me pause this. So this was the original topic I wanted to touch upon, but due to the fact that you're seeing different news about what has happened, I say I wouldn't touch it. But this came out: husband fatally shot wife himself in Alabama hospital moments after welcoming their first child. Now, someone shared this post and said, okay, so from what I'm hearing, he found out the kid wasn't his, and he decided to make it everybody's problem. Right? Now, I don't know if this is true, and this don't need, again, as I said, I don't know if it's true, but some of the sources say that that person said that. And when they go to the comments, someone said that local news outlets in Birmingham are reporting that the dad found out the child was not his. Also, the baby was not in the room at the time of the shooting. So, again, I don't know if it's true or not, but this is something that happened, and we know, hey, men know. You heard about the stories about women that make men mind child that are not theirs. And it's just that some men are not going to take these things, right? And this is what you're seeing. Like when you're reading some of the news right now coming out all over the world, you're seeing some of these men, they offend some of these women for when the women go and deal with other men, right? So let me just jump back to the scripture here. Let me go back to Surah 25. So it said the wickedness of a woman change it. Let's get back this here, right? It say the wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, it shall sigh bitterly. Yeah. So with this situation here, with the two men that they obviously they died now, right? And they said that one of them was actually with her, like meaning that that is her husband, right? The way Phil went on. Around his friends, around his neighbors, around his family, and obviously, he could be hearing the talk by that girl, she with somebody else, or men go hear the rumors and so forth and so on. And that's why it say what? It say her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. And all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. What's the portion of a sinner is what death, right? But it say what all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Because what you two situations that I'm showing you here, right? One where two men, you know, and the other one is a man, going in the hospital, finding, as I said, that one could not true or not be true. I haven't followed up on it, so I don't want to make a statement saying that if it's true or not. But we, again, men know, and I personally know and heard about situations where women, they have children and it's not the man own, right? And these are the kind of things that has been happening, right? So so it goes to show the kind of wickedness that does usually be done, that these women they be doing. When you listen to these kind of conversations and so forth that you hear these women having, is always some sort of wickedness, some sort of wickedness that they want to do, or some sort of wickedness that they're trying to do, and usually going on the part of sins that are worthy of what? Of death. And it's always something, some sort of adulterous, right? So it's a all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the quiet, it's to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. And again, showing you that the scripture see what stumbling upon the beauty of a woman, because why? Many men fall to that. See the woman looking good, she's shaped looking good, and not knowing it's a straight out demon they're going to deal with. You understand? They push you in house, and next thing you know, your house in turmoil. Next thing you know, you're in a fight with another man. Right? Yeah. Right? It's a as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. You see, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abated the courage, make it an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, make it weak hands and feeble knees. Right? And that is what a lot of these women do, their husbands outside here right now. You go and listen to some of these stories that what some of these men going through, man, you really hear about the wickedness woman per man through. Right? They say of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. It say give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to God abroad. And this is another serious thing by itself, because some of these men are so effeminate, they had these women controlling them. These women could be saying and doing things, and they would never pass up to it until eventually it reached a scenario where it get very serious. Watch, and this is like literally one of them here, right? The two men that she was, and a crazy thing about it is that, like, some of the people that was sharing the post itself was saying this, this is what she does do, right? So who knows? She maybe have more, right? And that is how it is going. And that is how it is going. That situations here, on the island here where similar things happen, right? Similar things happen where the man would find out that the woman having an affair. He would go and off the man, and the woman, when that one end up in jail, what do you feel the woman going to do? All of a sudden, in a week time, she have another man. And that is the wickedness that they're dealing with outside here. You say, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh. Yeah, cut she off. Cut she off one time. Don't try to save nothing. I'm trying to save it for the kids. No. These are the kind of things that's happened, especially right now, the way how everybody, these people outside here, they're getting worse and worse. You understand? It of a statement is making in Caribbean here, they're hard black. And that is where it is. In these kind of things right now, these men in plane. Right? It say, give the water. It say, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. Yeah, let her go. Let she go, she'll be, man. Just let she go. She want to follow. She want to do these things. Let she go away. Yeah, that's some other woman outside there. But this is the kind of things, when they deal with wicked women, this is the kind of things that has happened. Right? That is what we just say. Leave them 3 or 4s alone. Right? So with that, once again, I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakadash. We say that when Apostle and Elders, a great Muslim, Rubala, our teachers, our apostles in the truth, and we see salutations, so Yakim, we say the push with no truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season or season, we say Shalom.